The only way to find out what's going on in theater is to join a group like ALAP, because ALAP is an alliance of Los Angeles playwrights, but actually it spread all over the world. There are writers from Europe, there are writers from New York, there are writers from Florida, all that belong to ALAP. ALAP helped create the rules and protections for people that are being used by the Dramatists Guild now. Their attorneys followed what ALAP did. ALAP wrote it first because we were dealing with plays and in a community that was very litigious for film, but we didn't want things to be rewritten and we wanted people to be paid for their work. So the founders of ALAP, and I'm a lifetime member there, but I was definitely not a founder, but they actually created a lot of the laws and rules around theater that are now used all over the world. Also, when you go to their group meetings and you go to their pitches and you go to their events, you're dealing with other playwrights. You can talk to other playwrights who suffer the same way you do, who laugh the same way you do, and who work the same way you do. So it's really wonderful to have a chance to meet a Peter Colley who will tell you, what do you do? Here's what you do. ALAP's important to this community, to LA itself. We are a film community, but surprisingly, we have more. Before COVID, we had almost more theaters than New York. We bring in money. We help support the community. When you get a show up, people come to it. They have dinner, they go out to dinner, and then they go see a show. And it becomes, we spend money like everybody else, but we bring people together. I don't know why most shopping centers don't have a playhouse integrated within their thing, because it'd be a key thing of having people come in for the evening, they eat in the restaurant there, they go shopping while they're waiting, and then they go see a show. And they come out feeling good, especially if it's a show that does comedies or burlesque or things that are campy and fun or even thought-provoking. We bring money to the community. And also, a lot of the movie stars keep their craft up by doing our shows and being in our shows and being disciplined enough so that when they show up on set, the lines are down, they have everything ready. And biggest thing is, we are part of this community. And for every production that's done, there are 50 people backstage and back behind it that are working it. And they're working it for love of the art here in LA, or for money because they're being paid, but more for the love of the art. And they're getting money and they're spending money in the community, and you should support the community because we are the community. ALAP programs that I enjoy the most going to, they have a meet and greet where you get to actually pitch to theaters companies around town. And what you do is you have a 2-minute to give your spiel. The theater tells you what they like, and then you pitch what your new play is and why they should like it. And then you get to go and have cocktails with those people and talk to them and go around and say, I'm willing to give you the script. I'm willing to let you see the script. And it's just fun to do. And for new writers, it is a chance to meet people. And everyone who's a writer needs to be promoting their work continuously. But you need to have a writers group. You need to belong to a writers group. And ALAP is not a writers group, but it's your connection to 4 or 5 really good writers groups that are free or minimal cost. And they meet every week so that you get to hear your work by professional actors reading your work. And you get to hear, and all of a sudden they critique it and they tell you, I didn't understand this. Well, you don't have to, if you think they're an idiot, that's fine. But if 2 or 3 people say the same thing, something's wrong with your script. And your job is to make it so that even with the worst actors in the world, the message gets through, the laughs get out. And so you want to rewrite and tighten everything. You want nothing that takes the audience out for even a second, because if they're out for a second questioning something, they're out for 2 minutes. And that's 2 minutes they're not hearing your play. They're sitting there going, wonder why that person said that. Well, that you don't want. Let people catch that and warn you about it so you can take it out or rewrite it or rework it so that it's better. And this is why I'm always rewriting my pieces. I'm rewriting them every day. And I'll check it again and again. And when I hear a reading, I'll go through and I'll scratch off things. When I was working with a play that was doing a world premiere, and they were right in the midst of one of the scenes, I said, "Excuse me, can I stop it and say, who wrote this shit?" And they said, "You did." And I said, "Well, I wrote it wrong. That line and that line it just clogs things up. It runs it kills the speed of the film. Take that line out, take that line out, take that line out, and see, is that art better?" And they said, "Oh, thank God, it's much easier that way, because then it flowed. You get right to your point." So always be looking for things that keep people invested. I don't want people, once they come in and they get to know the characters, to ever leave the show. And then you want to change their minds if you can.